For those of y'all who've been keeping up with what's been going on this week, remember I started off the week way down there in that pile down there. And we did not run in the woods. I just loaded trucks.
Don't go haywire on my trailer, kid.
And that pile down there that I showed y'all earlier in the week, it ended up having 31 loads of trees in that pile. Just bringing me the last little bit up here now. Had a little bit left down there that needed to be scrapped up, and that's what he's doing. He's bringing it up here, and I'm gonna stack it in all this. But you can see the pile all the way. There's Kevin right there. All the way back around over here where I got wood stacked. Quite a lot of wood down there in that pile. Just thought I'd update on that right quick. I'm gonna get some more content in this video here in just a second. Let me stack this out of the way. All right, we're winding her on down. See Kevin there. All the pile. Ready for tomorrow, which will be Friday. These are just regular logs right there. And there's my poles. Had some people ask me about telephone poles or utility poles. How do I gauge them or pull them or decide it's one? Well, number one, the tree has to be relatively straight, pretty good and straight. And then number two, it can't be shaped like a carrot. Got a lot of taper to it. It needs to be fairly symmetrical with, not much taper in it. And then the knots can't be too bad in it. So when you get up at the top, in the top of the tree up there where what we call the whorl knots are, the whorl knots can't be too big to where they're matching it all the way around, because if the whorl knots are matching all the way around up there, that tree has no strength to it. Anywhere where there's a knot on it, it's not very strong. And so you wouldn't want to put something up in the air that wouldn't be very strong. Was that hardwood there, Jeff, or what is that?
That's big hardwood and small pine.
Let me move back down here to the other end of my pile down here. But so you got that. And it needs to be. It needs to be about a minimum of about 37 to 40. I like to keep them about 40 foot. Is what I like to keep them. So it needs to be straight, not much taper, not many knots, and it needs to be a minimum of 40 foot. So as I'm picking them up, man, I'm just kind of eyeballing down all the trees as I'm picking them up, and looking through them, and I just, as I get them, I chunk them out. And what I do is I have a little counter right here, and so as I throw one in the pile, I'll hit it right there, and then that allows me, I know when I get up to, 25 or so of them, most times it takes 27, 28. I know if I got about 25, I know I'm getting, pretty close to wrapping the load up. So that's the thing on the poles. Just bring me some more of that wood from down there. That's old hardwood. I'm finna grab it, throw it over here in the pile. So what we're doing is we try to always stay ahead, and we're trying to set ourselves up for Friday. That's what we're trying to do right now, and we're in good shape. I'll be back. So it's Thursday, January 26th, and ate supper, sat down, watched a few videos here on YouTube, just kind of catching up on things. I watch, watch quite a few different YouTubers that I enjoy watching and checking their stuff out. Do a little update here right quick before I throw this video into Adobe and start working on it, editing it. My truck. Got a call yesterday, which was Wednesday, and they're waiting on an engineer from Chrysler to come into the dealership here. The truck is still in Columbus. It didn't go to Tupelo this time. It's still sitting here in Columbus. And just by what I kind of reading between the lines, so to speak, is that they really don't know. There was a let me find this picture here right quick of the code that they pulled up right there. Can you see that code? I see it right there. Which is weird that that's the only code it had in it. But because when I took it up there, one of the other times, I forget which one it was, when they pulled the codes on it, man, they had 2 screenshots slapped full of codes. But basically what it's doing, this is a communication code. It said that the engine and the transmission is not communicating together. But what has happened now between all of that, when that thing locked up on me Monday afternoon and drug the back tires, I was running somewhere between 55 and 60. I mean, I was on the highway when it did it. And of course, that truck is pretty heavy. So when it did that, it has done some other damage, either in the rear end. Of course, I made it in, but it didn't want to stay in gear. The truck did not want to stay in gear. Either the rear end, the transmission, or the transfer case, it jacked something up in one of those. I'm not sure which, but so the part that was kind of disheartening on this was they told us that it could take anywhere from a couple of days to as much as 2 weeks for the Chrysler engineer to come in. Well, what would you do if you were working? I mean, I work out of that truck. I mean, that's my rolling office. Luckily, I have my Gold one that I'm driving now. But what would you do if, say, you had that truck set up as a service truck? You know, you were service person for air conditioner or machines or farm or whatever. I mean, that was what you made your livelihood out of. And that thing's gone down for, well, it's been in the shop 23 days plus whatever time period it's in the shop now. So think about that. Poor old guy is trying to make a living, and that could be me. Luckily, I have something else to drive. I hadn't got a vehicle from them but one time, and I'm not, you know, I'm tired of getting in and out of vehicles, you know, because it'd be like y'all who do have office jobs. Just think if every 3 or 4 days you uproot it and move to a different office somewhere else down the hall or, you know, down the street or something like that. That sucks. But it's not acceptable if it's going to take the engineer 2 weeks to get here. I don't care who you are, that's not cool. Hopefully it won't take that long. Maybe it will, I don't know. But some upcoming stuff, videos this coming up week, this next week. Be watching. I'm going to do another giveaway. It's going to be some shirts this time. Probably going to give away probably 5 shirts, and I'll tell you what you got, what you're going to have to do to do it. So I'm not sure. Just be watching next week's videos. My beady little brain's been twirling so much, got so many little things going on in it, but been an incredible amount of commentary. Little over 3,000 YouTube comments in the last 28 days. That's a lot. It's been so much, it's been hard for me to kind of keep up throughout the day with what's coming in and what's going on. So, but that's good. That's a good thing. Remember, find me on Instagram, Cotton Top 3. Twitter, Cotton Top 3. Snapchat, Cotton Top 3. By all means, you give me on Snapchat, send me a Snapchat. I try to comment back to everybody or send something to everybody. And I enjoy talking to people on Snapchat. And here's why I like, a lot of times people will send me something or talk to me or something like that, and I'll ask them, you know, where are you from? I don't know why I do that. I mean, I just enjoy it. And sometimes somebody's doing something that's pretty cool, and you know, and I'll get in a conversation with them about what they do and all that, and that I enjoy the Snapchat stuff. So that's an update on my truck. If you just point blank ask me in the comments about my truck or what's going on with it in this video or any videos, I'm not being a punk when I don't answer. I'm just not going to answer because, God, I can get a question in the comments and 2 commenters later will ask the identical question, And I don't have time to sit there and keep answering the same question all the time. So as I get information in, I will feed the information back to y'all. But that's all I know right now. But y'all subscribe to me. Subscribers have shot sky again. And I like that. It's pretty cool. So y'all be good. Have a good, safe weekend this coming weekend. I think we're going to be working Saturday. Well, that's what it's looking like right now. And y'all just take care. Be good. Even if I do work, I'm still going to hunt. A lot of people asking about hunting. Our hunting season still goes to February the 15th. See y'all later. Later, taters.